Hi there, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and we're designandtechtips.com. Great new update in 5.11, Divi theme 5.1.1. They added composable elements. So I'm going to show you how to add 3 little hover effects to your Blurb module. I've got a Blurb module here. When we hover over the image, it's going to go color. When we hover over the title, it's going to have a little underline. When we hover over the button, it's going to grow to almost full width there. Really easy to do, no coding involved in this at all today. So let's get started. I've got this page open in my builder here. Well, let's add a new little module right here. Funnily enough, I'm going to use a blurb. Let's go in there. I'm going to leave the title just as it is and the content just as it is. Obviously, you can have some real content to put in yours. If we roll down a little bit, let's throw an image in there. I want something with a bit of color. Let's perhaps use that one. And if you want to, you can link your title or the whole module, in other words, anywhere they hover over, right here. Always best practice, if you're linking to your own site, put it in a current tab. If you're linking off-site to somebody else's site, open it in a new tab. That way your site's going to stay open. Now I want to add a little blurb button to mine. And here's a recent addition for Divi 5 also, the Elements tab. Allows you to add rows and modules within modules. It's absolutely awesome. Let's just throw a little button in there. Now we've added a button. It's put us in the button. I'm going to go back by hitting the back arrow to our Blurb module. I'm going to give it a little background color. I used a dark gray before. Let's perhaps use something similar. Obviously, adjust yours to taste. Okay. Let's go about styling this little thing and make some magic happen. I'm still in the Blurb module. I'm going to go over to my design. I just want to add a little padding on the bottom there. So we can do that down in spacing. Here's the padding on the bottom. Let's perhaps give it 25 pixels. Obviously adjust to taste. Okay, and let's start making the magic happen now. Well, the top bit's really easy. If we go into our image and icon here, we've got a bunch of elements we can edit. I'm going to go to the filters. I'm going to make it black and white initially by clicking on the filters. Saturation, I'm going to take that down to 0. That'll make it black and white. Perfect. But when they hover over it, I want it to become color again. So to do that, we can roll over this little icon that looks like a computer at the top here. Left click, hit the hover icon. And we can bring our saturation back to 100%. Or wherever you want to put it. And you can use multiple filters on anything. I'm just keeping it fairly simple. If I put that back to 100%, you can see it's come back full color. Now here's something really important. Once you make a hover effect, make sure you go back up here, click on the little arrow, take it back to desktop state. If you don't, everything that you do down here on all these tabs will only happen on hover, and it's probably not going to be what you want. So great, we're back on desktop state here. And let's perhaps do that little underline on our title down there. So we can close up our filters. Here's our title text down below. Obviously, you can change the font. H4 is fine for me. Change the font, just click on it, roll over one of these. It will give you an example. I'm going to leave mine on the default again. Okay, I want it in the middle. That's actually not going to matter too much because I'm going to change this setting in a moment. I'm going to make mine white in color. And I'm going to leave it the regular size. Now here's where the new composable elements come in. If I roll back up to where it says title text here, you see these 2 little icons. One on the left is toggling options. And this has just been added, like I say, in the 5.1.1. So make sure you've got that version or a later version. I'm going to click on it. We can decide what we want to add. Well, for mine, I want to add sizing, I want to add spacing, and I want to add border. If we roll down now, you'll see that it's added them within the title text there. So let's start with the border. I'm going to have perhaps a 2 pixel border, but I just want it on the bottom. So I'm going to select bottom. I'm going to make it 2 pixels. As you can see, it's sort of vaguely in there. And pick a color. Well, actually, I don't want to see it at all until they hover over it. So all I'm going to do is go in there and take this opacity slider, it's a variegated slider, all the way down to the left-hand side. It'll make it invisible. Then guess what? I'm going to apply a hover effect. When they hover over it, Again, we're going to go up to the little computer type icon, click the arrow. I'm going to make it perhaps default light blue. Perfect. Now remember, switch back to desktop view once you've done that. Okay, but if you noticed, if I switch back again to the hover view, it's too tight to the text below. It's about right under our title there. I may add a little bit more. So let's switch back. I'll show you exactly how to do that. Back to desktop. I'm going to go back up. I'm going to close up my border now. I'm going to go into spacing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put 10 pixels padding on the bottom of my text there. And to push the text down from the bottom border, I'm going to use a bit of margin on the bottom. I'm going to use 10 pixels again to push that down slightly. Perfect. Now, just so you can see what's going on, if I go back up here and put it to hover state, you can see we've got a nice little bit of space between the two there. But I do not want this line to be all the way across. I just want it basically as long as our text is right here. So that's where our sizing comes into play. So remember, flip back to desktop. In the sizing, I'm going to give it a fixed width. And I'm guessing that's about 200 pixels. Well, I know actually, because this one was. So let's put 200 pixels, 200. I mean, either right PX or select PX from over here. And let's pull it over the left-hand side there. That's why I say the alignment didn't matter too much with the text. So we can align it here. I want it to be in the middle. Now, I go to hover state, you'll see it's just the length that we want it right there. Perfect. Remember, flip back. Okay, and for our text down below, let's just close this one up, the title text, body text. And again, we've got the little button right there. For this one, all I'm going to do is add a little bit of spacing because I want to give it a bit of spacing on the left and right. We'll open it up. I'm going to put it in the middle. I'm going to make it white. And if we roll down, here's the spacing. I just want to add a little padding left and right. Let's try 25 pixels. Hit the chain, it'll do both sides. Fantastic. Well, now we can go down and work on our button. So we'll just click on the button. Obviously, put what you'll want your button to say in the button text there. You're going to want it to link to somewhere. Put your link in down below, same best practice, obviously. Don't want to add anything else to it. Let's go over to our design now, down to the button. All I'm going to change on mine is the border color. I want to make that perhaps white. And also the text color. Let's make that white too. I'm going to make that text a little bit smaller, a little bit too big for me. Let's make it perhaps 16 pixels. Again, whatever works for you, obviously. And down in sizing, we'll find the alignment. I want to pop it in the middle. Now, when they hover over it, I want it to grow and be almost as wide as our whole module here. So again, we can go back up to the button itself. There's our little icon. Toggle the options. Sizing's already checked with the button, which is fantastic. So we can go up to our hover state, pop it on hover, button width. 100% is going to be too much. If I put 100 in there, it touches the side. So I'm going to knock it back to about 95. So there's a little gap either side. Obviously adjust what works for you. And just for fun, let's change that border color also. So still in the hover, we can go back up to the border here. Make it whatever color you want. Just use that light blue right there. And again, remember to switch it back once you're in the hover state to desktop. And if we've done everything correctly now, this should all work for us. We should have 3 nice little hover effects on our Blurb module here. So let's save the changes. We'll preview on the front end. And here we have it. We've got our little image changing color, or color coming into our image when we hover over it. Nice. When I hover over the title, it's got that little underline effect coming in. And when I hover over the button, it's going to pop out wide, just like that. Perfect. And these sort of effects are great on desktop, especially because As soon as something like this happens, it's going to get people's eyes on it. They're mousing around the site and suddenly something happens like that. It's going to get their attention, and it's going to get their attention pretty quickly, which is exactly what you want. So there we go. There's how to create 3 little horror effects within your little Blurb module. Really easy to do, no coding as you can see, using the great new features in Divi 5.1.1 or higher. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget, if you have any questions about Divi, either 4 or 5, put them down below. Don't forget, Divi 4 is still working perfectly. It's going to be supported for another year, and I'm still using it in a lot of my client sites at the moment. But of course, you don't get the speed advantages and all the new features that you do with Divi 5. So once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesigntechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.